All right, guys. I apologize for last night. I started this video and I had a knock at the door. Um, just where I live, it's a lot of traffic in and out. People don't know who lives where. They get the numbers mixed up. They're drunk, whatever, whatever. So, um, anyway, I gotta start this video all over again, and I'm not gonna get that same motivation as I had last night. Technically, I'm just waking up. Um, on top of that, um, I can't remember hardly anything what I said. I watched a little bit of the opening of the video from last night, and it started out pretty good. And like I said, I got interrupted. So first off, um, I'm gonna say again, thank you for everyone who is a subscriber to my YouTube channel. I know there are a lot more reviewers out there whose channels are way better than mine, whose video quality is better than mine, whose content is better than mine. They have probably way better fragrances than mine. Um, my channel mainly focuses on the cheapy but goody fragrances. Everyone can run out and purchase Blue Day Chanel at full retail. No one can really purchase Sauvage at full retail or Crease Aventus or anything like that. I mean, most people probably could. I could if I wanted to, but I just choose not to because I feel like I can. And I keep smelling this paper because I have a brand new fragrance I purchased the other day, and this makes like the third day it's been on this paper. So it's a pretty decent fragrance as of right now, but not everyone can afford to purchase those um, extremely high priced fragrances. I could think of way more other things I could purchase with my money besides buying a three, four, $500 bottle of Aventus. I can use that money to pay bills. I could use that money towards my kids. I could use a portion of that money to buy more than just one fragrance. I can buy a plethora of fragrances. Um, but anyways, I thank everyone who is a subscriber who leaves positive feedback, um, who lets me know about fragrances that I may have not tried. Some people throw out there that I have already smelled before, or I've tried, or I have. Um, we give each other tips, such as the one I did. A guy said he wore Azaro Chrome and he tried to like it, and it just on his skin. He's saying that it just doesn't perform well. It doesn't last long. And the tip I gave him, which was something I learned a while back, to take unscented lotion and squirt some in your hand and then spray the fragrance into the lotion and then massage it and then rub it on your skin. As long as your skin is hydrated, that fragrance should last a little longer. It shouldn't dissipate on your skin. If your skin is dry, it's going to absorb it faster. I learned that from a fragrance store in Savannah at the mall. I had just won the lottery from a scratch off ticket I had. I think it was back in like 2008 or something like that. Um, I entered a non-winning scratch off $20 scratch off ticket online, and well, it was a lot of them rather because it was like a month long uh, drawing. And entered a bunch of tickets, and one of my tickets got drawn, and I won 10,000. After taxes, it was 6,700. But still, that was pretty decent winnings. But that's when I learned because I bought Rojas Man or Roaches Man or however you say it, which is to me a great scent. I love the smell of it on my skin. It lasted a long time, even with that little lotion trick that the lady told me about. A lot of people say Rojas Man or Roaches Man or however you want to say it isn't that groundbreaking, that crowd pleasing. It smells generic and all that kind of stuff. And I hate when people use that generic word like everything is gonna smell top notch. It's a cheapy scent. Like, what do you expect? Um, Me personally, I give two shits about what people say about fragrances, especially what I have in my collection, because I like what I like. My nose isn't trained to know if something is generic or, you know what I'm saying, to pick out certain notes. All I know is something smells good or it smells bad. Either it lasts long or it don't last long. And you can pretty much tell um, some of the cheaper fragrances that I purchased just to try out, like from City Trend. Sometimes, you know, they have that inspired by fragrances in there. Some of that stuff I do try out just to see if it kind of smells like a Blue Day Chanel or something like that. Some of it do kind of smell like it, but it only lasts like a few minutes and then it's gone, or the scent may change. It may smell like straight alcohol in the beginning, and then you might get a little bit of some note from Blue Day Chanel, and then, you know, whatever. But I don't even review those fragrances unless it lasts a while. But anyway, I thank everyone who subscribe to my channel, even the ones who don't subscribe, but just take a moment to check out what I was talking about as far as fragrances. I appreciate you greatly. Um, Without you guys, I wouldn't even have the motivation to keep doing this. I don't have a lot of followers. I respect and love the ones that um, have taken a moment to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell for notifications. And trust me, sometime in the near future, I am going to start doing some giveaways, maybe some gift cards, maybe a decant, or maybe a full bottle of a fragrance. Um, I just have to get things in order here. I've been working a lot of overtime. I work two jobs, so just bear with me, guys. Also, if you ever see me hiding my finger, I know I did this in one of my other videos. If I ever look like I'm hiding one of my hands, I am, because I chopped off the top of one of my fingers a few years back at a seafood processing plant. And yes, that is my nail. I made the mistake of telling the doctor not to kill the nail because I thought that it was going to grow straight. But since there is nothing underneath it when it grows out to keep it from curving over, it causes it to curve over. And I hate that I did that. I should have let him close it all the way up. But what's done is done. That's why I hide my left hand most of the time. So, all right, on to what you really care about, which is these fragrances. First up, I've been holding on to this one for a long time, a few months. Uh, I chased this. There are two fragrances in my whole entire collection that I actually had to chase down for a long time, and I finally found them. And one of them was Ferragamo F Black. I chased that fragrance for so long, and anytime I seen it at Ross, either I didn't have the money or I came back to get it and the fragrance was gone. Finally ran into it one day and I purchased it instantly. I didn't care if it was my last dime. I bought it. This fragrance was like that one. This thing eluded me and eluded me. I couldn't find it online. And if I did find it online, the price was super inflated. I know that fragrances from this house I've seen at TJ Maxx at least 15 bucks, 20 bucks, 25 at the max. Um, I finally ran into it one day at Ross and I jumped on it instantly. And the fragrance I'm talking about is from the House of English Laundry, and this is Tahitian Waters. And if anyone knows about Tahitian Waters, knows that this is a great scent. And mainly I bought it because of the coconut And the brown sugar that's in this, I love coconut. Not as far as drinking coconut water or eating coconut, no. But the scent of coconut is very nice, especially in a fragrance. Um, I purchased this one, I think, for about $15, maybe $20. Um, and all of the English Laundry fragrances you can find discounted run you about 15 to $20, maybe 25 depending. Online, these things are pricey. For the same 3.4 ounce bottle, you're gonna pay $60.34, and this is on Fragrance X. So, um, this fragrance, if you shop around, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find it for a very, very, very discounted price, like I did, 15 to $25. Not bad at all. You get a great scent. Your presentation is nice. You get this coffin style box with the crest. All of the boxes come like this, except for if you get it in a gift set, then you get the smaller bottles. Um, I haven't seen any other fragrance come other than in this style box. It's got like a felt material in it. Um, has the indentation here that the bottle sits in, kind of soft. Um, the bottle is very nice. Silver metallic like bottle, almost mirror like. Does hold fingerprints. Me personally, I give two shits about fingerprints. Some people say they don't like bottles when they attract fingerprints. Yes, you can see through this. You just have to hold it to the light. You can see through this and see the juice inside. Atomizer on this is quite nice. Kind of hard for you guys to see, but it's a very nice atomizer. The fragrance is gorgeous. I love it. I got about 5 to 6 hours of longevity, maybe 2.5 hours of projection, which is, to me, for a cheapy scent, decent. This is an average scent. Um, you can spray this on a little heavy if you choose to. It's not really overpowering. It's not going to offend anyone unless they just don't like fragrances in general, like my ex-wife. You can spray anything around her. You can spray a household air freshener and she'd get a headache. She couldn't even go inside Bath and Body Works because the smell was so strong. Any perfume or cologne store, she would not venture in. She couldn't even stand outside the door for a long period of time. So you could just imagine, I couldn't wear fragrances. I couldn't spray anything in the house. I had to wait till I left or go outside before I could spray anything on. Um, so anyway, the notes on this. Let's see. This was released in 2013. This is considered to be a spring and summertime fragrance. It's floral, fruity, gourmandish, with citrus, sweet, woody, yellow floral, fresh, spicy, and coconut main accords. Um, Top notes: lime, bergamot, orange, and coconut. Mid notes: you get jasmine and ylang ylang. Base notes: you get cedar and brown sugar. So as you can see, this is pretty basic. And like I said, the sillage and longevity are moderate. So I give it like average. It's like right in between. Great scent. I didn't get a lot of compliments when I wore this, but it is kind of a crowd pleasing scent. I wouldn't wear this like clubbing or nothing because it doesn't project that well. As far as like being out, if you sweat and stuff like that. Um, but I like it nonetheless. And the House of English Laundry doesn't get talked about a lot. They have a few other fragrances that I want to check out. One of them has blueberry in it, and I really want to check that one out. But Tahitian Waters, in my opinion, besides um, what's the name of that other one they have? Give me a second. Actually, Oxford Blue, in my opinion, is my top fragrance from that line. And I already have 6 fragrances on the shelf. This makes number 7 from English Laundry. Oxford Blue. Well, actually, this one and hold on. Let me start over. I purchased Windsor first, which ended up being my number 1 fragrance from that house because it was that one and it was another one. I can't remember which one it was. It was another one. I think Signature was the second one that I purchased from that. I didn't like Signature and I don't like Arrogant because them two actually smell to me similar. And it's that powdery, I don't know, perfumey type smell. I really don't like those two. And then Oxford Blue, and there was 3 others that came in a gift set around Christmas time. So it was 4 altogether for like, I think I paid like $15 for it. Um, Oxford Blue is my favorite now. Tahitian Waters probably is my number 2, and then Windsor is number 3, and then so on and so forth. And this one actually gave me an idea to do a full week, so I can do 7 whole days of English Laundry. So be on the lookout for that video. Next up, 212 Men Sexy, or by Carolina Herrera. This is a 50 ml bottle, 1.7 ounce. I always wanted to try this one, and there's one in a silver box I seen at Ross. Ross does not have the silver one anymore, and that was around Christmas time. I know I've seen this and the silver one at TJ Maxx. Um, Luckily, I went in one day at Ross, and I was gonna try to see if I could smell this because it actually was open. They just had it in one of those plastic cases that you can't pop open, and I was gonna try to see if I could smell it first, but you know how that goes at certain stores. But she scanned it, and it was marked down actually. So this was actually like $36, $37, and it was marked down to $17.99, and I jumped on it instantly. I smelled it when I bought it, and it's a great smell. I love it. This was released in 2004. It is a Oriental Fougere, and most notable notes in this is vanilla and the woody accords. For a 1.7 ounce bottle, which is this one, $34.26. For a tester bottle, which is just the bottle and not the box, for a 3.3 ounce, which is bigger than this, $44.26. And then for the 3.3 ounce, which is the same one as the one I just said, with the box presentation, is $49.97. Um, like I said, I purchased this one for $17.99. It actually was like $36, $37 altogether before they reduced the price. This was released in 2004, as I already said. Top notes, you get bergamot, mandarin orange, and green notes. Mid notes, you get cardamom, pepper, and flowers. Base notes, vanilla, musk, sandalwood, gaiac wood, and amber. This smell is great. Like I said, nothing really I have on this list that I wore except maybe one, which is the next one, was a groundbreaking fragrance at the time. The rest of these are not. They're just average scents, but they do smell good and they do garner compliments. This one by Carolina Herrera, I'm not sure about the rest of them. This one actually has a magnetic top, which I like. Atomizer is damn good. The scent is nice, kind of spicy. I like it. This is considered to be an evening wear fragrance, but you know me, like I always say, I paid for these fragrances, so who gives two fucks about what they say when you're supposed to wear a fragrance? I paid for it. I can wear it when the fuck I please, and so should you. Um, Mind you, when you do this, sometimes they may lack in performance. So something that is supposed to be worn in the winter or the fall, if you wear them in the summer, may be too strong, might not be strong enough. Could lack in longevity. It could lack in projection, heat. Something that say this one is supposed to be worn for cooler weather. Just saying. Now, I'm not saying this is, but I'm just saying, what if it was? And you wear this in the summertime? The heat may cause this to react in a different way that it lacks in the performance. But it could work perfectly in the cold weather. Um, Something like Tahitian waters that's supposed to be worn in the summertime, springtime, if you wear that in the wintertime outside, I'm pretty sure it's not going to perform well. But if you're in a climate controlled environment like an office, or you know, like working at the hospital like me, where I'm just walking around in the building doing different things, then yeah. But outside is a different story. But just be mindful of that too, guys. And sometimes if you amp up the sprays, like if you only spray 4 sprays or something, and you know it's not going to perform well, hit yourself 2 or 3 more times. If something is a little bit too strong, then the next time you wear it in that same setting or environment, taper it down a few sprays and it won't be as loud. So it's your judgment. And I usually like to go by what people tell me throughout the day. If they say something is too strong, then that means maybe I sprayed on one too many sprays. Next time, instead of 5 sprays, I'll do 4 or 3. If they say they can barely smell me, then I'll go from 3 or 4 to 5 or 6, maybe 7. You never know. But anyway, next up, um, this one is actually one of the best smelling scents I have on this list besides Tahitian waters. When this first came out, it was a club banger. It still is. I'm not sure a lot of people wear it as much as they did back when it first came out. When I first bought this, I was intrigued by it because I kept seeing this on everybody's list on YouTube. Everybody kept talking about it and talking about it, and it's a club this and club that, and women love it, and it's a crowd pleasing scent. And I bought it. I fell in love with it myself. I wore it, and I got no compliments the first time I wore this. I was so hurt. I was so disappointed. And then I wore it last week, and I got mad compliments when I wore this. And this is none other than Versace Eros. I'm pretty sure a lot of you already have this fragrance. Pretty good scent, above average. The longevity, I got almost 7 hours out of this. Projection, like maybe 3.5 hours of decent projection. It did turn into a skin scent, but you can still get whiffs of it whenever I walk past. The atomizer is, and this does click into place. Atomizer is great. The scent is gorgeous. I mean, beautiful. And if you don't like sweet scents, this is not sweet like 1 Million or um, Ultramall or Invictus, but it is sweet. And if you're not into it like that, then please don't purchase this. And if you do, don't overspray, because you can offend somebody with this one. This thing is a projection monster. And anyone says it isn't, is crazy, because this thing performed great. And not everyone's skin is the same. I know not everyone's body chemistry is the same, but there are ways to enhance it, such as the unscented lotion. Like I said, you make sure you hydrate your skin before you put these fragrances on. Trust me, it works. This is a great scent. Like I said, above average. I bought this one. This is a 30 ml bottle. I bought this one in a gift set from TJ Maxx. I think it was like just before Christmas or around Thanksgiving or something like that. Can't really remember. I think I paid like $30 or $40 for this. I actually purchased Versace Pour Homme in a gift set, but the bottle was this size also, and I actually purchased that one before this one. It's a great scent. I was just thrown off by the bottle size. But then I saw Arrows, and Arrows I really wanted more than I wanted Versace Pour Homme, and I bought this one instead. So I actually went back and purchased this one for about 30-40 bucks, which was cheaper than the Versace Pour Homme because it was like 50 bucks. But I still got my eye on Versace Pour Homme. I heard that was a great fresh scent. I like it. And also Dylan Blue. But anyway, I have this one right now. Great scent. Not sure what the prices are online, but you can pick this up, 30 ml bottle size or whatever size you like, decant, whatever. It's your choice. Great scent though. This is probably the best scent besides Tahitian Waters in this list right here. My collection, period. But this would probably make my top 10. And I really do have to do another top 10. I did one from my collection, and I need to do another video because I have bought more fragrances since then, which would bump some things out. Next, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have heard about this one and maybe smelled this one. This is from the house of Jovan, and I've had Jovan Musk back in the day. I never knew they had any flankers until I saw Tropical Musk, which is a great scent. I love that one over this one and the other two. I mean, this one and the original. If there are any other flankers out there, I am going to try those also because I have been really surprised by the two flankers, Tropical Musk and this one, which makes me want to go back and get the original, just Jovan Musk, just to have it in the collection. But this one is sexy. This one actually was subscribed to me by a subscriber of mine, and I did the Tropical Musk fragrance review, and I think that was when they told me to try this one. And I actually found this one at City Trends, and this was $7.99. And online, I think you can purchase this one for about 10 bucks. That was the cheapest I've seen it on Fragrance X. Now, if you can purchase this on any other website or something like that, then go for it. But $7.99 or $10, either way, you're not losing. This is a great scent. Now, I will say versus Tropical Musk, which is more youthful and playful, sweet. This one is sweet, but it's not sweet like fruity or candy type sweet. This is more for an adult. So anyone above 25 years old, they probably not going to like this. Anyone 25 and older will appreciate this. And when I wore this to work, a lot of older women liked this one more than the younger women did. So this is right up my alley. I can pull this off, no problem. Be mindful if you do purchase this though, because this is a powerhouse type fragrance. This thing lasts a long time on my skin. I can't speak for anyone else. If you spray it on your clothes, of course it's going to last long. But I sprayed this on, and I think I got about 6.5 hours of longevity. I think projection was like 2.5 hours of decent projection. This is a lingering skin scent. Even when you think it's not there, it's still kind of lingering. People get whiffs of it when you walk by. Every now and then, if you move a certain way, you're going to get a whiff of it yourself. Great scent. Bottle design is pretty basic as the others. Atomizer, not bad at all. And I love the mist. I don't like fragrances when they shoot that straight stream out and then it's running down your neck. I like it when it mists out and it sticks. So if you don't know what this smells like, I'm pretty sure you can go to City Trend if you see it on the shelf. If it doesn't have that plastic or cellophane wrapped around it and it's just in a box like this, go in and try it before you purchase it because you may not like it. I smelled it first before I bought it and I liked it. And actually I would have bought it regardless as to whether I liked it or not because number one, it's only $8, $7.99. So I really wasn't going to lose out. And if I didn't like it, as always, I just give it away. But I ended up liking it. So it is what it is. So this is Sex Appeal by Jovan. Last but not least, this is from the house of Azzaro, and this is Azzaro Chrome. This fragrance has been around for a while. I don't know the note breakdown by heart. I don't know the date by heart. But if you go back and watch my video from Friday, this is what I wore. Not a lot of compliments when I wore this. I actually wore it because a young lady that used to work with me on the Emerald Princess casino ship, she now works at the hospital in human medical records, I should say, right across the hall from where I do my videos at most of the time. She says every time she runs into me, she notices my scents, and she said, "You should try Azzaro Chrome." And I said, "I have it." And I always planned on wearing it just for her to smell it. And I always forget because I end up wearing something that I wanted to wear. And I wore it Friday, and I bumped into her in the hallway, and I said, "What is this?" And I stuck my arm out, and she smelled it, and she said, "This is something you've worn before." And I have only worn this a few times, and you can see it's half gone. But that's only because I spray a lot of sprays of this. It's not really that strong. I think this has been reformulated. I'm not sure. But from what I understand, it's not as strong as it used to be. This really doesn't last that long. By the time I got off from work that afternoon, it was pretty much gone. But she couldn't even recognize it. And I even let her smell it straight out the bottle. And then she recognized it. So I guess on my skin it had changed and she didn't pick up on it. Hold on, guys. Something is going on with my... Okay. Said something about it was overheating. But I don't even have it plugged up. I just had my speaker plugged up. Anyway. It says something about my phone was overheating. I don't have it plugged up. I just had my speaker plugged up. But anyway, high temperature detected device. I'm not understanding what's going on here. Okay, anyway, she didn't recognize it, so I let her smell it out the bottle, and she recognized it then. So, like I said, one of my subscribers left a comment and said that they tried to like this fragrance, and it didn't last long on their skin. So this is the fragrance I was talking about when I say put on some unscented lotion. Never put on scented lotion because it will kill or take over the smell of whatever scent, or it's going to change it to something else. So you'll have two different scents on. Unscented lotion, squirt a little of it in your hand, however much you're going to put on, and then take the fragrance and you spray it into the lotion in your hand. And then you massage it together and rub it on. And it'll last a little longer. Trust me, it does work. I've tried this several times. I always lotion or hydrate my skin before I put my fragrances on. So trust me, it works. If you don't believe me, try it and see, and leave a comment below. If it doesn't work for you, then it could be your body chemistry. It could be a bad batch. It could be reformulated and it's not performing well. But just try it and see what happens, guys. I'm not Mr. Know-It-All. I'm not one of those guys who knows each and everything about a fragrance. I don't. I don't sit on here and pretend. I write down things that I see on Fragrance X or whatever website I look at, and that's what I go by. Um, my nose is not trained to pick out certain notes. Sometimes I can pick out like pineapple or orange or lemon or lime, but I don't know what bergamot. I never knew bergamot was a fruit. I never knew that. I don't. I know what cinnamon smells like. I know what incense smell like, but some of those other notes I don't. I can't pick out like that. So, um, you can always do your own homework if you don't trust my instincts or my notes. Um, and they teach you that in school. They teach you never trust another person's work. Always trust your own, because they could be trying to steer you wrong. Um, it is what it is. But I see I have 4 viewers right now. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. That was my fragrance week in review. I do have 3 new fragrances that I start testing, and those videos will be coming soon. Actually, 4. I think I did a review on one of them, but I may need to do another one. I have to go back and see. But anyway, I got to get out of here. Thanks for watching. Any comments, leave them below. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. This is your boy Keith, aka Mr. Cheap Sense.